Hello and welcome back to the Colonial Airstream channel. I'm Joe Welches and today we're diving into another invaluable service tech tip video. With all the chill in the air signaling the arrival of those winter months, it's the perfect time to discuss winterizing your RVs, particularly if you're going to park them during those colder months. Many might find this task a little bit daunting, but trust me, it's way simpler than you might think. In just about 5 minutes following this video, you'll be winterizing your unit like a pro. Ready to get started? Follow me. Now let's tackle the big question. Why is winterizing your RV so crucial? Whether you're in a very sunny state or a region that's known for sudden freezes, proper winterization ensures that your RV is all set and in its prime condition for your next spring adventure. Neglecting to winterize can lead to frozen and burst pipes, possibly even drains, resulting in significant damage and costly repairs. By following the steps that we're going to outline in this video, you're investing in the longevity and the performance of your RV. One question that often pops up is, when should I winterize my Airstream? Whether you're planning another trip or not, if you're heading into sub-zero temperatures, the answer is simple: as soon as possible. Procrastination here could lead to costly repairs from damaged pipe, systems, drains, and water damage. Remember, while Airstreams can be used in colder climates like the northern reaches of Canada, their water systems still need winterization to prevent damage. Today we have a 2024 Airstream Rangeline. I actually was lucky enough to see this in October of last year before it hit dealerships, and there's a lot of exciting new things, and it's very exciting just for Airstream to be back in the Class B market. But there's two things important to winterization I want you to remember. One is this is a no propane unit, meaning your water heater, the second thing, is an Elwell Timberline. That being said, I've already spoke to Josh Elwell, the owner himself. He is completely comfortable with you either blowing compressed air through his water heater or using antifreeze like we're going to do here today. To begin winterizing our Rangeline here, we're actually going to find ourselves in the back of the unit, and on the curb side, on the rear bed, there's actually going to be a partition with roughly 10 screws in it. We're going to remove that panel. And not only do we have the Timberline XT housed here as well as our fresh tank, we're also going to see our normal flow and our winterization valve. So pointing down and grabbing the white line housed over here, I'm actually going to be able to go right to my antifreeze bottle. And then when I turn on my pump, we're going to be pulling from the antifreeze itself. So now that we have the antifreeze hooked up at our winterization line and our valve, we can go right to our C-zone display, and we're going to go to our home and then water pump, and that's going to start pressurizing. And now actually right to my right here we have a water outlet we can begin at, and I've got the kitchen sink. So I'm going to start on the cold side, opening up the cold, letting the pump run this until it turns pink from the antifreeze that we're using. There we've got the antifreeze coming through, and now I'm also going to switch over to my hot side, and so the antifreeze from the cold is going to run out, and now we've got clear, which was what was in my hot lines. And I'm going to wait just a few seconds, and that clear is going to also turn pink. Right about there. There we go. And I can see that in the basin in case I'm unsure. Now that she's nice and beautifully pink, I'm going to shut that off and turn directly to my right to one of the coolest showers you'll ever see in a Class B RV. And I've got my commode right there, and above it I've actually got a shower, and this is important, with a hot and a cold separate, meaning no mixing valve at that. So if you turn your hot water to the temperature desired and you just have the hot on, this is one of the best working showers in our industry. So lifting this handle right off, I'm actually going to begin with this, and I'm going to get it to mainly dump into the commode here. I want to dump antifreeze in the drain through the back. So starting with the cold side, we're going to run that clear out. Some antifreeze from my bottle there, so I can go ahead and shut off the cold side. And the fact that we can hear the pump running but she hasn't pressurized, that means that it's time for me to switch over the antifreeze bottle. So now that we swapped out bottles, we've only run the cold side on the shower, so now I'm going to turn on the hot side, and we should see clear run out right after that pink, right there. And so that's the clear water that was trapped in our hot lines. We're just gonna let that run out. Now we've got the antifreeze coming through. I can go ahead and shut that off. But wait, there's more. Come around to my left here, there's actually a hidden sink in our shower here. How cool is that? So we're gonna go ahead and do cold, and I'm gonna switch all the way up to the hot side. And I just wanna let all that antifreeze run out. And as I close this basin, it's actually gonna feed it down to a drain. So that drain's gonna get a good helping of antifreeze as well. So there's two more things. I'm gonna go ahead and step flush our commode here. And I'm just making sure all that antifreeze runs through the basin. And with the excess antifreeze from our first use here, I'm actually gonna pour a substantial amount in our shower drain, as well as the sink drain to my right here. So starting with the shower, right in the back right is that beautiful untouched drain hidden out of sight. And then beautifully presented underneath the cutting board in the kitchen, we've got the kitchen sink. So just adding my excess antifreeze to both these drains. Any P-traps in the system, I just want to have all my bases covered. Now we've got a couple more things to do on the outside. Now that we're here outside, I'm proud to show you another cool feature on the Rangeline. Behind this, what looks like a rubber rail compartment here, we actually have an exterior spray port. So just again, to cover all our lines, I'm gonna use the spray hose that comes with the unit. It's just a quick connect where I'm gonna hold back that pressure there. Oh, and she's pressuring my line, getting that clear water right out. And with the spray port, there's no hot and cold. We're just running it, and then we're disconnecting it. A little bit messy, but I'd much rather have that port filled with antifreeze than water. So now that we're done actually filling antifreeze in all our lines and through our drains, we can go ahead and put our winterization valve back in normal flow and stow our excess line. But one of the other things I would recommend doing is taking off the plate here to access your fresh drain. While this is in normal flow, it's also going to pull from whatever lines you have open. So as long as I put it in line here, we're actually draining on the floor. And I'm just going to close it so the delivery coordinators don't get mad at me. But you would leave that open for the winter, and you could actually open your kitchen, your sink, showers, just opening up the knobs to let some of that air pull down to the low point and just run some of that water underneath the unit. So you don't have to worry about anything being left over when you're finished. By following these guidelines, you can rest easy during those winter months knowing that your RV is well protected, and if you're hesitant about handling the winterization process yourself or you're concerned about potential mistakes, don't worry. Our service department is just a call away, ready to assist you with your winterization needs. Don't hesitate to get in touch and schedule an appointment. As we wrap up this video, we'd love your support. If you found this guide useful, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more insights like this. We welcome any questions or feedback, so feel free to leave us a comment below or contact us directly at colonialairstream.com. You can reach out to us at 800-265-9019. I'm Joe Welches, and I look forward to sharing more service tips with you in our upcoming videos. Until then, stay safe and happy RVing.